Alright, we're going to fillet a fish here and show you how we're getting ready for the smoker. Now this is a nice big salmon. This is about 28 pounds. First off, you need a nice stiff knife, not a little flimsy knife. And this hasn't been cleaned, so we're going to show you how to clean it unclean. So I'm going to take off the adipose fin, the dorsal fin, flop it over here, take off the anal fin, these two little belly fins, just like so. And I'm going to split him right up. I haven't taken any guts out of him, you don't have to. I'm going to turn him over. I'm going to put my knife right in behind. I'll clean it off first, I don't like to have a nice slick knife. I'm going to put it right in behind the old collar here. Go down to the back bone, turn the knife sideways, and then just go right down the backbone. Let it just ease right on down the backbone like so. Never putting your hand out here in front of the knife, keeping it behind it. And there's one nice big fillet. And we're going to roll it over. Do the same thing on this side. Now if I was just learning to do this, I'd cut the head off so I could see the backbone. And it makes it easier for a beginner. But I've done enough of these that I know where it's going to be at. So right there is my two fillets. I'm going to take the belly bones off of it in just a second. Now most people throw this out in the water and you think you're done with it, but boy, there's a lot of good eating on this backbone. So I'm going to show you what. I'm going to get rid of the head here, maybe. Now, having done this lots of times, I know that this backbone has got a lot of meat on it. One 35-pound salmon will have 1 pint of fish on that backbone, so don't waste it. So to get that off of there, put your knife down against the backbone, turn it sideways, go all the way down, doing the same thing, right all the way down to the tail. Do the same thing on this side. I also smoke these little pieces. Everybody likes them, they're thin, but they turn out just like jerky. Do the same thing on this side. Now, like I said, this fish here was 20 some pounds, about 26 pounds. But see, I got a half of a pint of fish right there. Now I break the backbone up and I'm going to take this back to the river and put it out in the middle of the river so I return those nutrients to the river. Now I'm going to clean off my board a little bit. I'm going to get rid of these belly bones. Now I'm going to do this two different ways. You can do it either way. I'm going to show you probably the easiest way, then I'm going to show you a fast way. The easiest way is, I know by doing a lot of these, there's a couple bones up here that grow sort of crooked. Hard to get your knife under. So I'm going to leave 4 or 5 bones on the end. Putting my knife down there, I'm pulling it up towards the rib bones, leaving the meat. All I've got is just a little bit of bones, like so. Then I'm going to get those 4 or 5, take that off. I've got rid of the rib bones. Then the next thing I want to do is, one side or the other is going to have this cartilage from the dorsal fin. It's on this side. So I'm going to take that off. Now I have a fillet of fish, which is 28 bones, and those are the pin bones. They're right here. There's 28 of them right down here to the anal exit. You can pull those out with pliers if you want to. I never do. I just take them out whenever it's done cooking. All right, now, so we have one side that's ready. Now here's the way that I would smoke this fish. Most of us are doing it in chunks. I want you to try this one time. There's the belly. That's one of the best pieces. Then you have this piece right here. This is my favorite piece. I'm going to cut it so that it can make it through into the smoker. Then I've got this piece. I'm going to do the strip the same way. And I'm doing mine in strips. If it's a little bigger fish, you can do 3 strips up here. Now the reason I do that is whenever I smoke this, I'll have a nice finish on this side, and this side. I'll have it on 3 sides, and it really comes out nice. So, and whenever you do one flat piece, you just have it basically on one side. So that's ready for the smoker. Now we're going to do the other side. Remember, I told you there's 2 ways of getting those rib bones off of there. Here's the other way. Now this is the way you do it after you become real proficient at it, and you want to do it fast. You put your knife up underneath the bone like this here, and you just rake it across, always angling it up. Got those off. Come back up here, go underneath these. Same way. Got rid of those rib bones. This is the fat that's on these males. I get rid of it. I'm not going to smoke it. Take the other part of that dorsal fin off, like so. Then I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side. There's my belly. This piece right here really is a nifty piece. Right next to the belly, it's real oily, and it just turns out perfect every time. That's my favorite piece. Good, stiff, sharp knife. I also might add, you notice the fish is not moving around. I have a piece of belting. This comes off of a conveyor belt. It's like they would use on a line where they're moving fruit to a warehouse. You can find your piece of this belting, your fish doesn't slip and slide around. That's filleting a fish. Pretty simple.